It is the 19th of March 2020. Hope everybody had a pleasant night and you're ready to get Thursday off and running. Morning, Miss D. Good morning to the folks joining us on the GBN Television Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, those of you on GBN Television channel 7, 11, and 20, and the loyal listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9. Morning, everybody. Good morning to all the folks joining us across St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Antigua, Anguilla, Dominica, Barbados, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, St. Bart, St. Martin. Where am I missing? I'm missing some people. Did I say St. Kitts and Nevis? Montserrat. Good morning, Montserrat. Where am I missing? Cuba. Good morning, everybody. I want to say good morning to all the folks joining us internationally. US, Canada, Switzerland, Sweden, Germany, Australia, Austria, United Kingdom, North and South Korea, China, Japan, Taiwan, Kenya, Botswana, Nigeria. I'm missing more. Did I say Canada? Good morning, Canada. Where am I missing? I'm missing people. You know what? I'll get a list and stick it up so I could just run down the list. Then we'll be here all morning. Don't worry. Everybody, good morning wherever you are in the world. I'm sending you lots of hugs and kisses in these trying times. Good morning to the folks in Iran and Italy. See, you're remembering. Mostly the virus, but I remember it. Good morning, everybody. Let's try to continue to be in good spirits and not be too down pressed. I don't want to say depressed, too down-pressed. Let's try and cheer up this morning. So let me start this morning, as usual, with the word of the day. And this morning's word of the day, minutia. Minutia. M-I-N-U-T-I-A. Minutia. A noun which means a minute or minor detail, usually used in plural. Minutia. It was borrowed into English in the 18th century from the Latin plural noun, which means trifles or details, and derived from a singular noun meaning smallness. In English, minutia is most often used in the plural or on occasion as simply minutia. The Latin word, incidentally, comes from an adjective which means small that was created from the verb which means to lessen. A familiar descendant of minutus is minute. An example of this morning's word of the day, the book urges that it is easy to get bogged down in the minutiae of everyday life and fail to notice important opportunities. The word of the day this morning, minutia, M-I-N-U-T-I-A, a noun which means a minute or minor detail. And this morning's coronavirus tip of the day is to check on an elderly neighbor. Check on your neighbors, especially the most vulnerable and the elderly. A lot of us have been panic buying, but let's remember the folks who cannot leave their homes as easily as we can to get the necessary supplies, specifically medication, not rolls and bales and many packets of toilet paper. I'm talking food and medication. So let's remember our elderly neighbors who may need our assistance in this time to prepare themselves as well for COVID-19. That's the tip for today. So remember them today. Let's see what's celebrated today. Today, a few things celebrated. Specifically, let me see. Today it is Let's Laugh Day. Let's Laugh Day. I like that one. Let's Laugh Day. It is celebrated on March 19th to remind us to add a little humor to our day. It's never good to be serious all the time, and letting the laughter bubble up from time to time is good for all of us. We have all heard the saying, laughter is the best medicine. This is the day to take your medicine. I like that one. Let's laugh today. A lot of us have been stressed and anxious over the past few weeks. So today, on Let's Laugh Day, really and truly laugh. Don't be afraid. It's the best medicine. I truly believe that. Today it is also Certified Nurses Day. Celebrates the certified nurses who impact lives every day. Good morning to all our nurses around the Tri-Island. You guys continue working the best that you can. I know most of you, and I say it with no apology, most of you genuinely care for your patients and you do the best that you can with the little that you have. So kudos to you, especially as we prepare for a major health situation not only in Grenada but around the world. So good morning to all our nurses, all the officials in the medical field. Special good morning to you on Certified Nurses Day. And today it is also Poultry Day. Poultry Day. Grenadians love the chicken. The theme for March 19th as its National Poultry Day is poultry. No foul moons or ruffled feathers today. However, there may be some quackers and gobbling going on. Kick off the day with eggs and turkey bacon for breakfast. Around lunchtime, serve an open-faced turkey sandwich. Then finish the day with some good old fried chicken dinner. Inside in the fried chicken. It is Poultry Day. Well, Poultry Day in Grenada every day because all I know we deep inside the fowl. I mean, come on, it's true, ain't it? Ain't lie? Poultry Day today. And today, it is Chocolate Caramel Day. Chocolate Caramel Day. A great combination is celebrated each year on March 19th as we enjoy chocolate and caramel in your favorite candy bar, ice cream, or desserts. I ain't had to tell all you. Blossom. Inside. Chocolate Caramel Day today. All right, let's see what else is happening today. Oh, today spring begins in the U.S. Well, I shouldn't just in the U.S. Overseas, spring begins. I've seen notes on social media saying spring begins today, but there's still snow around the place. It's tough times. Climate change is definitely real. So, those of you who are preparing for better weather, good luck with that, yeah? Today, let's see what's happening today. A note from the Ministry of Health, a postponement of the virtual town hall meeting which was scheduled for tonight. It has been pushed back to next week, Thursday, God willing, the 26th. According to the Ministry of Health, the postponement was necessary given the fluidity of information and updates on the virus, which means the government has to ensure that comprehensive decisions are placed before the public. So the Let's Talk COVID-19 event is intended to be able to present and discuss all aspects of Grenada's preparations regarding the virus epidemic. Therefore, the government continues to work with stakeholders to ensure the state is able to robustly weather the weeks and months ahead. So the virtual town hall scheduled for tonight has been rescheduled to next week, Thursday the 26th. Same time, same place, 7 p.m. from the Grenada Trade Center. However, members of the public are encouraged to join the online discussion, which would be made available on the Ministry of Health's Facebook page. So go onto the Facebook page and a link would be provided next week, Thursday, God willing, so that everybody would be able to listen, view, participate in the discussions in the virtual town hall meeting, which has been postponed from today to next week, Thursday, God willing. The Carib Wave exercise usually put on by the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, it was scheduled for today as well. It has been postponed for a date to be announced. Let me make sure, right, there hasn't been a date yet, so it's been postponed from today. It's the annual regional tsunami simulation exercise that has been postponed from today. So those who would have been contacted to participate, please take note of that. Yesterday I got a phone call on, I think it was to the point, about price gouging, the unfair and unusual price increases in a lot of our products here in Grenada. The Chamber of Industry and Commerce, GCIC, has provided a phone number to call just in case you have witnessed it. You can contact the Consumer Affairs Division in the Ministerial Complex on 440-1369. 440-1369. If you notice price gouging, call Consumer Affairs Division 440-1369 to report the price gouging, and I am assuming investigations would take place to see who doing it, why they're doing it, and tell them to stop, cease and desist. So take the note of the number 440-1369, the Consumer Affairs Division. And finally, not just this week, but over the recent weeks, we have been encouraged to pay attention to the information that we receive, that we digest and share to ensure that we're getting legitimate, factual information. Yesterday, I received five, I believe, different people information that that Grenadians should stock up on food because we'll soon have a shortage of food supply in Grenada, so everybody should go out and stock up. Doing research, it was revealed that the information is false and fake. Well, first of all, it did not originate in Grenada. The message originated in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the Vincentian authorities have noted that it is fake. So the information didn't originate here, it originated overseas, and the overseas authorities are saying it's fake over there as well. So let's please be mindful of the information that we are circulating and that we are ingesting and taking as gospel. Again, I repeat, please be mindful. According to the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce, communication has been held with members in the retail and distribution industries, and they have assured them that there is an adequate amount of food and other supplies available in Grenada for at least a few months, with increased supplies on order. So again, there would be no, let me not say there would be no. Yes, for now, there is no food shortage in Grenada, not for the near future. There are adequate supplies available. So again, let's be mindful of the information that we ingest, digest, share, and circulate. On that note, it's time to get ready for this morning's newscast. Those of you on radio, we bring you the morning edition of news, and those of you on television, we bring you a highlight of last evening's newscast. This is Good Morning Grenada on Classic and the GBN. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
One man is dead after he was pinned by heavy equipment on a construction site in St. George on Monday. We get the details in this report.
Families from St. Patrick and St. George's are trying to come to terms with the loss of a family member following a tragic mishap on a construction site in the south of the island. 40-year-old Issa Phillips sustained life-threatening injuries following the collapse of heavy equipment which was being used on the site on Monday. GBN understands that Phillips' colleagues rushed to his aid and tried to stabilize him. Indications are that he was covered by fallen debris from the waist downward. He was taken to the General Hospital but succumbed to spinal and pelvic injuries while at the accident and emergency unit. Philip was originally from La Fortune St. Patrick but resided at Bellevue in St. George. He is survived by 4 children. When contacted today, a family member said that they were still trying to come to grips with Philip's passing and were not able to speak with the media about what transpired. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
This story to report: the Supreme Court Registry will be relocated temporarily to another building. We can tell you that is just a few yards away. The current building was deemed unfit due to mold infestation. On Wednesday, Minister for Infrastructure, Energy and Transport Gregory Bowen toured the facility. Christina John was there and has this report.
In a matter of days, this facility, located on the second floor of the Coach J. McCormick building on Church Street, which is also occupied by Modern Photo, will be the new home for the Supreme Court Registry. The search for a temporary relocation came about as a result of mold infestation at the former structure, rendering it unsafe and unhealthy for people using the facility. Shamar Cherubin Forsyth, acting registrar at the Supreme Court Registry, says the new space is more accommodating.
I must say, since the time we took the decision to move, and no, it hasn't been long. It's been a matter of weeks, and they've done a lot in that time. We have worked closely with the Ministry of Works and the contractor so that the retrofitting of this space matches our needs and requirements. The space is tight for our staff, but it's the best space we could have found in the short time, and also to work with our needs. So we are satisfied with what has been done here. We think the space can work, and we are prepared to make it work. It's a lot better than we're working with right now, and for as long as it's temporary, we will make it work for ourselves and for the public.
The Minister for Infrastructure indicated that this will be a temporary relocation for the registry until the completion of a new legal complex, which the Minister says they already have the plan and designs for. This structure will be built under the Belton Road project, at an estimated cost of $15 to $18 million. Sunrise Construction, Inc. was awarded the contract to do the refurbishment. Desmond John, the contractor, says given just 7 to 10 days to complete, it was a challenge, but they are on schedule to hand over the building by Thursday.
We went into the existing registry with the registrar and the Ministry of Infrastructure and actually duplicated the size of the offices. Took the measurements and we came into this building, got out everything that was inside, and everything that you're seeing here today is basically brand new. We have soundproof offices, we have cubicles, we have desks, we have refurbished toilet facilities, the kitchenette has been rebuilt, and we are 99.9% ready. By midnight tonight, this building will be completed and ready to be occupied.
Chrislina John, GBN News.
What was once the boardwalk on Melville Street has been transformed into a wall walk or a concrete walk. Construction took at least 2 months to complete, though this led to some inconvenience at the time. This was one of 4 projects visited by the Minister for Infrastructure, Gregory Bowen, on Wednesday.
The norm of a boardwalk just going across, there's no concrete. A lot of columns must replace into the sand. And when you're walking into the sand, into the sea, the foundation must be critical. You can see the strength of it now. So no one will be looking down and being frightened. And you can see both sides. There was board, right material, now you have metal. So people can feel safer in between. It's a totally different design.
All right, this to report. As part of continued national efforts to safeguard and update the Grenadian population amid the present threat of the coronavirus, COVID-19, the Ministry of Health announced that as of today, Wednesday, the 18th of March, 2020, there is still no confirmed case of COVID-19 in Grenada. The Ministry of Health received its latest test results from the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, which indicated that all 8 samples, including contact tracing done at the Radisson Hotel, were negative. Health Minister Nicholas Steele told the GIS that despite the welcome news, he and his team will not get complacent, and the ministry will continue to encourage more people to get tested as necessary. To date, 18 samples have been tested, all of which returned negative. Again, you're watching news at 7. The government of Grenada has tested 18 people to date for the coronavirus. So far, all 18 results are negative. The first 10 results revealed earlier this week were also negative. Live on the line is Dr. George Mitchell, coordinator of the COVID-19 Response Committee. Good evening, sir. Dr. Mitchell, thanks for joining us.
Hello, Kenroy.
Yes, sir. All right. So what's the latest on the tests carried out?
Well, thus far, we received the 8 results that of the test that we sent down yesterday. And in a way, I'm happy to report that they're all negative. And we conducted these tests on persons who were associated with that case that we know about from St. Lucia, who stayed at that particular hotel. So, and we are really happy in a way that our country has not recorded any cases thus far, but I must tell you that our practitioners, our team, are very vigilant, and we continue to do all the contact tracing according to our protocols as established, and we continue to keep our eyes, nose, ears, and everything open to ensure that we do the right tests and we do the right things in order to protect our population.
Okay. To what extent is contact tracing helping the authorities in all of this?
Well, this is a scientific way that has been established by public health authorities to ensure that those persons who you think are the most likely to have been in contact with a positive case is made. And so this is a methodology that has been established by WHO, used by all public health authorities in the world to try and find positive cases of any condition, any disease.
Okay, Dr. Mitchell, should the nation be doing anything a tad bit different to uphold the news of negative results coming back?
Kenroy, I am hardly hearing you. Is there any way we can do? You're forcing me, actually. And I don't want to answer the wrong question.
Okay. All right. Okay, Dr. Mitchell. All right, we'll leave it there for the time being, but thank you so very much. We will reach out to you, of course.
Thank you. And Kenroy, I just want to say to the population that as soon as we find a positive case, that would definitely be reported to the nation.
Okay. We thank you for that, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. George Mitchell, coordinator of the COVID-19 Response Committee right here in Grenada. Thank you, sir.
All right, now several hotels around the region are temporarily closing their doors in light of travel restrictions and the threat of being quarantined due to COVID-19. Grenada is no different, as the Caribbean faces a major downturn in the hotel industry as each island is being touched by the effects of COVID-19. While the next due payment of taxes to government is one of the main concerns, the human interest side, the workers and their families, are also of paramount importance. A bleak future has been painted for the hotel and tourism industry if nothing is done sooner rather than later. Jared Joseph has this story.
The impending VAT date and the sustainability of businesses in the tourism and hotel industry over the next few months, added to the lack of guests due to cancellations, are some of the major issues being currently faced. Hotel cash flows are being affected by refunds to guests who have cancelled bookings, which have led to the closure of several restaurants. CEO of the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, Arlene Friday, says an appeal for an economic stimulus has been made to the government on Tuesday.
We need a moratorium on the collection of VAT. We need help with our staff, being able to keep our staff. We're really concerned about the people that we employ. Many businesses, have worked with their staff for years and years, and we're concerned how our staff will manage over the next few months.
Ms. Friday notes that government has responded positively on VAT payments and speaking to financial institutions about deferring mortgages and loans.
Businesses will close. Businesses have already closed. Hotels would have to shut their doors. And we all know that tourism is a huge, part of the economy of Grenada. And that's what we fear. We're scared for our businesses, and we're scared for our workers as well.
She confirms that several hotels have closed their restaurants so far, and with the future looking bleak, many hotels may have to close. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
News at 7 Alive. The Inland Revenue Division of the Ministry of Finance is in protective mode. It said in a press statement that it is taking the necessary precautions to protect taxpayers and its staff against any case of COVID-19. It has asked that individuals with flu-like symptoms do not visit the division and/or any of the district revenue offices, including Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Arrangements are being finalized to facilitate online payments. To avoid crowding at the IRD, customers are encouraged to make use of the revenue offices around the island to pay and file taxes before the deadline. Additionally, there would be managed entry to the IRD. A tent has been set up on the Carenage outside, the Carana side, of course, with seating to control crowding within the building. Hands will be sanitized on entry to the division, and protective measures in line with the required social distancing will be implemented to allow only a limited number of customers to enter the cashiering and taxpayer service areas at any given time. Doors, handles, handrails, and other surfaces will be sanitized intermittently by cleaning staff during the workday. Taxpayers are also advised to utilize the check boxes provided to deposit check payments and drop-off boxes for the collection of accurately completed income tax and annual stamp tax returns. We can tell you too that the Inland Revenue Division says it remains committed to facilitate the platforms necessary for the compliance of taxpayers during this period and is urging the public to cooperate.
As the COVID-19 pandemic ravages the world, religious pundits are speaking of the end of days spoken of in the book of Revelation in the Bible. GBN sought the view of Catholic Bishop Clyde Harvey on the matter. Rena Pear has the story.
Is the outbreak of the coronavirus a sign of the end of days, as is stated in the book of Revelation? Catholic Bishop Clyde Harvey gave his biblical take on what is occurring in the world.
Over the course of human history, viruses and plagues have always affected us. Anybody who's using that to talk about the end of days, it means that Christians in various times, centuries past, could say the same thing, and the end of days didn't come. Right? There are many times when you look at the Christian history, and this is where some of the newer churches, I think, have to start to read the history books. When you read the history books, you understand that from time to time, plagues, hurricanes, and so on come our way.
While Grenadians are trying to come to grips with the fact that it's no longer if, but when Grenada will record its first COVID-19 case, Bishop Harvey spoke of the exploitation of church members for financial gain during this troubling period.
And then the understanding is, well, give your money to the church to secure your future in with God. That is equally sinful. So let us be very, very clear, because this issue I think is important. Nobody, absolutely nobody, must profit financially from the disaster of another human being.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
The virus impacting every country, the Canadian Embassy has decided not to come to Grenada to conduct biometric processing for the time being. Christina John reports.
Foreign Affairs Minister Peter David confirmed that the second round of biometric processing of Canadian visas in Grenada that was due to take place on Monday 23rd and Tuesday 24th March has been postponed. Minister David spoke about the changes in an exclusive interview with GBN on Tuesday.
Of course, the coronavirus has impacted everything, and as a result of that, the Embassy of Canada has indicated that they will no longer be coming to Grenada at the time indicated. Of course, the crowds that will be assembled, there would be a violation of our decision to have the social distancing required to fight the disease. So, unfortunately, the Canadians will not be coming. They have taken that decision, but it is a decision we support, because we believe it is in keeping with our policy of trying to contain the virus by undergoing the social distancing.
Just over 4 months ago, Canadian officials were in Grenada conducting biometric processing for visas, where a number of Grenadians capitalized on the opportunity. This saved them the expense of travels to Trinidad, Barbados, and other islands to obtain Canadian visas. Canada, as of Monday, March 16th, has confirmed 407 cases of the coronavirus. Presently, the country has closed its borders, restaurants, and bars. According to officials here, Grenada has not yet recorded any case of the virus. Christina John, GBN News.
News just in, Jamaica has recorded its first COVID-19 death. The Ministry of Health announced this afternoon. The 79-year-old man died Wednesday at an isolation facility after his condition started to deteriorate. He was being prepared to be transferred to the University Hospital of the West Indies for intensive care when he died. The man had diabetes and hypertension and had resided in the United States. he had tested positive today. Meanwhile, 2 more positive cases have also been confirmed, bringing the country's total confirmed COVID-19 cases to 15. We would have more regional news coming up in Around the Globe.
So tragic, with the economic impact of COVID-19 already affecting Grenada due to the early closure of the cruise ship season and schools. Christopher Diali, representative for the private sector in the Senate, says businesses have been putting plans in place to deal with the financial and operational impact it will have on their entities. Rina Pear tells us more.
Private businesses on island are implementing plans and procedures adhering to the call of government to practice social distancing and proper hygiene practices. In the background of this, businesses are also applying strategies in light of a financial and operational struggle that may arise due to an outbreak. According to the representative of the private sector in the Senate, Christopher Diali, this is of great concern.
Of course, there's the cost to the business of employees not being there to perform their duties, productivity issues, how we service our customers and all of that. And of course, the issue of sick leave and who honors and when. Because if you self-quarantine for 14 days, the issue becomes when does a sick leave become issued and who takes up the cost in between there. Some of those gray areas are areas that we need to discuss and see what happens and how it's going to be dealt with.
He explains that as they prepare for the worst, private sector representatives and other stakeholders, including the Trade Union Council, will be meeting during the week.
The initial thinking from the private sector is that all of us have to share the burden. We can't put everything on NS or the government. Some of us have to share. So there are discussions that are going to be taking place today between the private sector organization, which involves the chamber, the GCIC, and employers, and Hotel Association, to have an understanding of the impact on them and the various sectors. And of course, we are going to meet with TUC as well to understand how we could both jointly work something around the staff and the amount of staff members who may be laid off, for example, in the hotel sector.
Senator Diali also stated that operators of the private sector hope to discuss with government and financial institutions on ways they can help soften the financial burden for businesses as they all seek solutions. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Of Social Development is informing beneficiaries of the Support for Education, Empowerment and Development Program, SEED, that payment to beneficiaries aged 60 and over will be made at individual homes until further notice. The adjustment in the payment process is a bid to exercise social distancing and to protect senior citizens against the potential threat of the coronavirus. Payments to the beneficiaries over 60 will begin this coming Thursday, 19th March, will continue on Friday, 20th March, and will then resume next Monday, 23rd March.
Health Minister Nicholas Steele stated that the Ministry of Health will maintain the lead role in the dissemination of information regarding COVID-19. He was at the time responding to questions posed as it relates to the role of the National Disaster Management Agency in the process.
Referring to COVID-19 as a health storm, the minister says, though seen as a disaster, it is not much of a national disaster management undertaking, but rather a health one.
With respect to NADMA, look, this storm is a health storm. NADMA most definitely has been, we've been in discussions and coordinating and so. But like with a rail hurricane, the information and flow of information comes primarily from Met Office. In this instance, the information and flow of information comes primarily from the Ministry of Health. NADMA's mechanisms with respect to dissemination of information, and more importantly in this instance, the flow back of information from the various communities if and when we were to be closed off from a community or so.
Response to collaboration with regional agencies and establishment of a task force, the minister says SEDIMA is working along with CARFA in information sharing and that the regional ministers of health are in constant contact with each other, providing updates. Looking at the risk of people contracting the virus through contact with infected people, especially on flights, the health minister explains that laws are in place to deal with people making false declarations, those who are non-compliant, withholding their travel history, or even reporting symptoms resembling that of the coronavirus. He explains what is possible.
To the Public Health Act, the establishment, that is why I established a sanitary board. The sanitary board does have the power of forceful quarantine, forceful isolation at a facility, appropriate facility or so. And there are others with respect to national security, etc., purposefully endangering. There are existing laws with respect to false declarations on any of the forms entering the country, customs or immigration.
Christina John, GBN News.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website, otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Coming to Grenada.
One of the most spectacular concert events in Christian music. It all happens 7 p.m. Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium.
Featuring 5-time Grammy-nominated and 7-time Dove Award winner Karen Peck and New River.
From the American television show The Voice, Emily Ann Roberts.
From Canada, the amazing music from the Titans.
From the island of Jamaica, the talented and gifted Foster Triplets. plus the best of Grenadian gospel artists.
Again, this all happens 7 p.m. on Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium with some of gospel music's finest. Karen Peck and New River,
Emily Ann Roberts,
the Chitons,
the Foster Triplets,
and more.
Tickets sold at all ticket outlets. Proceeds go towards enhancing youth work in Grenada.
In December 2019, there was a cluster of pneumonia cases in China. Investigations found that it was caused by a previously unknown virus, now named the 2019 novel coronavirus. In this video, we'll take a quick look at what's currently known about the virus. Keep in mind that this is a new virus, and what's known about the virus now might change in the future. Coronaviruses are a large group of viruses. They consist of a core of genetic material surrounded by an envelope with protein spikes. This gives it the appearance of a crown. Crown in Latin is called corona, and that's how these viruses get their name. There are different types of coronaviruses that cause respiratory and sometimes gastrointestinal symptoms. Respiratory disease can range from the common cold to pneumonia, and in most people, the symptoms tend to be mild. However, there are some types of coronaviruses that can cause severe disease. These include the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, first identified in China in 2003, and the Middle East respiratory syndrome coronavirus that was first identified in Saudi Arabia in 2012. The 2019 novel coronavirus was first identified in China. It initially occurred in a group of people with pneumonia who'd been associated with a seafood and live animal market in the city of Wuhan. The disease has since spread from those who were sick to others, including family members and healthcare staff. There are many cases at present, and the disease has spread within China and also to a number of other countries. So, where did the virus come from? It's known that coronaviruses circulate in a range of animals. Sometimes these viruses can make the jump from animals to humans. This is called a spillover, and could be due to a range of factors such as mutations in the virus or increased contact between humans and animals. For example, MERS-CoV is known to be transmitted from camels and SARS-CoV from civet cats. The animal reservoir of the 2019 novel coronavirus is not known yet. How is it transmitted? The exact dynamics of how the virus is transmitted is yet to be determined. In general, respiratory viruses are usually transmitted through droplets created when an infected person coughs or sneezes, or through something that has been contaminated with the virus. People most at risk of infection from the novel coronavirus are those in close contact with animals, such as live animal market workers, and those who are caring for people infected with the virus, such as family members or healthcare workers. So, how does the disease present? Well, from what is known so far, there can be a number of symptoms ranging from mild to severe. There can be fever and respiratory symptoms such as cough and shortness of breath. In more severe cases, there's been pneumonia, kidney failure, and death. The mortality rate is not known yet. How can we tell whether someone is infected? The infection can be diagnosed by a test called PCR, or polymerase chain reaction. This test identifies the virus based on its genetic fingerprint. There's currently no specific medication for the virus, and treatment is supportive care. There's currently no vaccine to protect against the virus. Treatment and vaccines are in development. How do we prevent transmission of the virus? This new virus currently has a limited geographic spread. However, there are a number of standard hygiene practices that have been recommended to protect against infection and further spread. These include covering your mouth and nose when coughing or sneezing with a medical mask, tissue, or flexed elbow, avoiding close contact with those who are unwell, the appropriate use of masks and personal protective equipment, especially in a healthcare setting, washing hands regularly with soap and water or alcohol-based hand rub. Actions that can be taken to prevent infection from an animal source include avoiding unnecessary unprotected contact with animals, washing hands after contact with animals or animal products, and ensuring that animal products are cooked thoroughly before they're consumed. It's important to stay home if you're feeling unwell, but if you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early and share your previous travel history with your healthcare provider. That's a quick look at this emerging infectious disease. Given that this outbreak is evolving rapidly, what's known about this virus can change. Please check the websites below for the most up-to-date information.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada, 18 and a half minutes after 7. Those of you just joining us, welcome to the party. Welcome to the Information Center, Classic 105.5, 105.9. Before we get into today's topic of the day, I have a telephonic guest this morning. Y'all know my new word this week. My telephonic guest this morning, Kate Julian Guto. She is the Marketing and Communications Officer at the Grenada National Training Agency. She's on the telephone line, and she's going to share a bit of information with us as to what's happening at GNTA. Good morning, Mrs. Guto.
Hello, good morning, Blossom.
Good morning.
Well, I guess all of us have to get used to using our technology.
Exactly.
To do all that we need to do. We have to get more familiar with it. Actually.
Exactly.
This week I actually conducted a meeting long distance using a social platform that I've never used before. So I guess we're getting more familiar with it now.
We are. Signs of the times.
Really great.
Signs of being unconventional but while practical at the same time.
Yes. So I am happy to be speaking with you this morning.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of the NTA. And before all, Grenada and the other islands in the Caribbean started having the threat of cases, possibility of cases and so on. We were going along with our programming as normal. I guess GBN would be doing the same thing. And so we had made very good very good plans to do different interviews, and we were recruiting for the SIAP program, the Vocational Skills Training Program. This is a program that is financed through the Ministry of Finance and IFAD, the International Fund for Agricultural Development. So it's a national project, and I don't even know what to say right now in connection with that, but because everything has slowed down so much around us, but the intention was that we were going to be doing recruiting during this month and then hopefully have the training start in April. But if there is any threat of COVID and with all the social distancing, of course, no classes can start. And we do have some training that's already in progress under that same project, and we have suspended those. Plus, we have some other capacity building training that started last week that we had to suspend once the Prime Minister made his announcement. So a lot has changed in terms of the dynamics of some of the work that we are doing. But nonetheless, I just want to talk a little bit about the project. So now this is a poverty reduction project specifically aimed at increasing income flow in rural communities. And one of the things it wants to do is to reduce the high levels of youth unemployment and also to deal with the high exposure of agriculture production to climate change and variability. Now, we are only involved. There are several components of the project. As the name indicates, it's Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program, and the acronym is SIAP. Now, we are only involved in component one of the project, which includes vocational skills training. And the intention is to help build skills of young people between 16 and 35 so that they can learn a skill and either become competent enough to be hired in a job, to get employment, or to become self-employed or to start their own business. And in a lot of areas that are around the agricultural sector, so you would notice that we have apiculture on the list. So just let me list the areas that we are recruiting for right now. Allied health care services, patient care, orderly, because that's an area that's really needed in Grenada at the moment, health. So there would be jobs, because another thing that we want to do is to make sure that the training that's provided, there is demand for the jobs when they're finished the training. Apiculture, which is beekeeping, community tourism, which is a rural thing that can be done, tours in communities and so on. Live song engineering, recording engineering, which is needed because our music industry, we have a lot of entertainment going on. Our music industry is growing, and we need to develop those areas. And then we also have small engine repairs. A lot of people can become self-employed in that area, like, repairing weed eaters and so on. Outboard boat engine repairs as well, because there's a lot going on in the fishing sector as well. So those are a few of the areas. Now, under the project, 400 persons, young people, are to be trained. And the NTA is responsible for directly training and certifying 160 of those. TAMCC and NULO have the remainder, but we have to certify all because we are the only CVQ certifying body nationally. So we would have to certify everyone who goes through the project, the entire 400 persons. And the training started around September, October last year. Most programs, both TAMCC, NULO, NTA, started around that time. And so NULO and TAMCC would also have programs running as well under the project. And in the first round of training, we had crop production, food preparation and cookery, agro-food processing, and also community cultural performance. Now, as I said, those programs have been suspended since the Prime Minister's address. But hopefully, once we've gone through the whole COVID nightmare, we can get back on track sometime this year, right? But in the meantime, we are still going to be accepting applications. Our office is not closed at this time, so persons can still turn in their applications, 16 to 35, and they have to be unemployed. So they can come to our office on Belmont Road, the NTA's office, Belmont Road, St. George's, to drop in the applications. They can collect applications there, or they can download it on our website, which is www.grenadanTA.gd. If they have any questions, they can call our phone number at 435-9092 or 435-9093, or they can even email us at info@grenadanTA.gd. But we also have other offices that are accepting forms. Grand Coda's office in Guave, that's on Lower Depredine Street. La Boucan Creative Center in the GCNA complex on the Kiwani James Boulevard. And Sedou's office in Grand Bar in St. Andrew. So persons can go there to collect the form, fill it out, and leave it or drop it into our office. They must have an ID, though, the ID, and because that information needs to be included on the form. So wherever they're going with to drop off the form or pick up the form, they should carry an ID, a national ID.
For those who may be wondering, what is the benefit of having CVQ qualification certificate?
Oh, the CVQ qualifications, it's a regional qualification, and I'm sure you've heard of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy. And as part of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy is the whole concept of the free movement of labor. So the intention in CARICOM countries is that artisans and skilled labor could travel freely without the need of work permits throughout the entire CARICOM region. So the CVQ certification, which is a skills certification, facilitates that process. So somebody who has a CVQ certificate can go to a level 2 and above CVQ certificate, can go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to process their CSME certificate to enable to facilitate their movement throughout the region, So it's portable. It's a mobile certification. It's acceptable throughout any CARICOM region. We are not the only NTA in the CARICOM. There are NTAs in Jamaica, in Barbados, in Trinidad, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, everywhere, Guyana, Belize. So, and we are also helping some of our other OECF countries set up their NTAs and build their capacity. So our officers go to those countries to help train as well, to train instructors, to train assessors. So the entire region can be offering CVQs certification so that there is free movement of labor throughout CARICOM. So that's one of the major benefits. But also another benefit of the CVQ is that there are a lot of workers throughout Grenada and also the region who have learned skills over the years, built their skill capacity, but they have no formal certification. They have not gone to a university or school or a technical school to receive that certificate, that skill. So we also offer them the opportunity to earn a CVQ through a process called assessment of prior learning, where they are assessed for their prior skills, knowledge, all of that put in a portfolio, and it's assessed, and then they receive the certification if they are deemed competent in the area. So it allows them now to be able to present a certificate. So they have more weight in terms of finding a job, presenting resumes, CVs, and so on, to find employment within Grenada and outside of Grenada, because they can now show on the employer, look, this is what, because the certificate comes just like with CXC with a transcript. So your employer can see all the skills that you have built, all the units, all the things that you are supposed to know within that occupation. It's listed in the transcript. So it helps you in terms of finding a job. And because we follow CARICOM standard level quality assurance, it means that when you present that certificate, we are saying to an employer that you are at a high standard, because we follow extremely rigid regional quality assurance standards to make sure that if somebody says they are a level 2 plumber or a level 3 plumber, they are exactly what they say, and that they can do the job and the task that's involved in carrying out that occupation.
And is there a cost for any of the courses?
Oh, well, with the SIAP program, because it's a project and it's a funded program under the government, it's considered a scholarship. So persons do not have to pay for the training. They apply, and in any case, on the application form, if they need help for transportation and childcare, that is also provided. So they basically get a small stipend to help them to get to and from classes. And if they need someone to watch their child while they're in the class, that's also provided in the form of a stipend. In terms of the APL, or the assessment of prior learning, that is something an individual or companies would have to pay for, and it's based on levels. The price ranges at different levels. So that's not funded.
Okay, and we'll definitely keep in touch with Ms. Gutu, especially as we continue to battle COVID-19.
Yes, because as I said, I'm not even sure what we're going to be doing next in terms of once we've collected the applications and so on, and what's the next step, because if the country is a bit shut down or whatever, we can't really have people in class settings and that kind of thing. I mean, unless we find alternative means of doing it, like how we're using the technology more and so on. So we would have to, make plans to accommodate so that the work can continue.
Well, definitely keep us updated so we can share with our viewers and listeners.
Yeah, sure. Most definitely.
Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good Thursday.
Thank you, and same to you.
Thanks, and stay COVID-free.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm trying as much as possible.
All right.
Self-isolating when I don't have to go to work.
Exactly.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That was the Marketing and Communications Officer of the Grenada National Training Agency, Kate Julian Gutu, giving us some update as in relation to their courses. And as things have slowed down because of COVID-19, you can still apply for any of the courses that they offer to be CVQ qualified. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back inside with this morning's topic of the day. The topic of the day this morning is, what is your go-to song in times of joy, sadness, depression, or you just need a pick-me-up, what is your go-to song to listen to? I know everybody has one. Stick and stay. We'll discuss that when we come back. This is Good Morning Grenada on Classic and GBN.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Imagine having more money in your pocket every month. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've been thinking of. Imagine investing in yourself through education, land ownership, or even a business venture. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union get you on your way with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Consolidate your debts, get better terms on your mortgage, use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. One lucky member will get 0% on their loan for the first year. For more information, call 440-1354. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Use it washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi. In every household must have it, oi. Highly effective stain removal, lemon freshness, antibacterial washing powder, fresh and clean, fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Place dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, MNC Joe's Supermarket, Home Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandad's, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo's Supermarket.
Other Place products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. 24 minutes on to 8. Time to get into this morning's topic of the day. And the topic of the day, what's your go-to song? Everybody has a song. In happiness, sadness, when you're feeling like a pick-me-up, when you feel like you need to zen out everybody and just zone in and concentrate on yourself or calm down. What's your go-to song? Everybody has that one specific song. Share with us what that song is. Maybe we can listen to it and it could become ours too. 435-2040. 435-2041. Call me and let me know your song. You can also hit me up on the WhatsApp. It's also 435-2041, or sending those titles on the GBN Television Facebook page or the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning.
Blossom, good morning. I want to call you to find out is about this seed program and thing. Do you have any new information about that? Because they promised that they would come to the elderly's home, and I'm one of them, and I really need the money today. And
right. Okay. I'll look.
Just find out.
Yes, I'll look for it and I'll let you know shortly.
Let me know what's going on.
All right.
Okay.
All right, what's your go-to song, your pick-me-up song, the song that you listen to in times of good and times of bad? Somebody on WhatsApp says, I love When My Work Is Over by Ajamo. That's a good one. Puts you in a mood, puts you in a zone. What else? Let's see what else is happening. Who else has a go-to song? My song is Ride Out Your Storm. That's a favorite of George Knox, yes? All right, let's see who's on the phone lines. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Morning. What's your go-to song?
Song? Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay. Jesus is the answer for the world today.
Song by who?
By...
I can't remember.
I'm trying to pick up the phone so quickly. What's your name again, Daphne? Jesus is the answer. Andrew Crouch?
Andrew Crouch. Okay,
Andrew
nice.
Crouch, yeah.
I'll listen to that one. Thank you.
Okay.
What's your go-to song in times of good, times of bad, times of indifference? 435-2041 is the number to call and get on the inside. There was the message I'm looking for the seed update. I'll look for it shortly. Let me see. Somebody on Facebook says, not Facebook, but WhatsApp, they say, my go-to song is J Prince, Let Jesus Roll. I know that song. That's a good one. Let Jesus Roll. What's your go-to song? Let's see who else is on the line. Good morning.
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 How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Good.
Nice.
Right, my song is that, and I think my song is sorry.
Yes, just
sorry about that.
no problem.
You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Right, that song by Ajamo, Until We Start.
Until We Start by Ajamo. Okay, I don't think I have one. If I'm familiar with that one, I'll have to look up that one.
Yeah, please.
Until We Start. No problem. Have a good one.
You too.
What's your go-to song? Until We Start by Ajamo. What's your go-to song in times of pain, struggles, joy, happiness, a little pick-me-up that you need? What is your go-to song? 435-2041. We cannot take WhatsApp calls, so please do not call the WhatsApp. Type in your favorite song, and I will share them with our audience. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, my wonderful lady. My go-to song right now, I want to see and listen around the world, is Jimmy Cliff's song, Suffering in the...
Which one?
Jimmy Cliff, Suffering in the Land.
Jimmy Cliff, Suffering in the Land?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is what going on in Africa and all over the world, but starving and living in America with that woman thing. Yeah.
Right.
Suffering in the Land, yeah.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, bless Jimmy Cliff.
All right. What's your go-to song anytime you need a little pick-me-up? Somebody says Bunny Wailer, Ready When You Are Ready. Ready When You Are. Bunny Wailer. What's your go-to song? Somebody says Superwoman by Alicia Keys. That's a strong song. That's a girl power song right there. Alicia Keys, Superwoman. What's your go-to song? My go-to song is Find Us Faithful by Steve Green. I'm not familiar with that one. I had to look it up. You see, when you share, everybody gets exposed to different things. I'm going to look for that one. Find Us Faithful. I have several. It's according to the situation, but recent Encourage Yourself by Tri-City Choir. Okay, I'll look for that one too. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom. I've got two go-to songs.
Tell me them.
The first one is by M People, Search for the Hero Inside Yourself. And the second one is by Tina Turner, You're Simply the Best.
I love that Tina too. All right, nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
That's a classic Tina as well. Where is the next one? Mine is Love Thy Neighbor by Ajamo. That's a good a song of encouragement. My go-to song is Heaven Was Needing a Hero by Jody Messina. Heaven Was Needing a Hero. My go-to song is Kirk Franklin, Do You Want to Be Happy? Kirk usually has some uplifting songs as well. What's your go-to song anytime you need to zen out? Good morning.
It is not secret what God can know.
Turn down the volume on your radio or your television and repeat what you just said.
It is not secret what God can do by Charlie Brown.
Oh, okay. It is no secret what God can do. Morning. Thank you. It is no secret what God can do. What's your go-to song? My song is You Made a Way by Travis Green. Nice. My song is Skankin' Sweet by Chronics. Skankin' Sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Big up yourself. Good morning. We lose that one. Molly, make sure they had the credit now, man. My go-to song is Jeremy Hector's Spray Bay, a Grenadian jazz guitarist. Really, I'm gonna look for that one there. Jeremy Hector, Spray Bay. What's your go-to song? Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning.
My go-to song, I have two, but my favorite one is Frank Sinatra, I Did It My Way, and Johnny King, Appreciation.
Okay, I will go and listen to the Johnny King. Nice. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, what's your go-to song? Let me see what is Spray Bay, by Grenadian guitarist. All right. Feeling it so far. There's video and all. Listen, we're full of a talent. Only doesn't listen to me. Grenadians full of a talent. Good morning.
Pleasant good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Not as well as you are. I think the most appropriate song for a situation that you've been experiencing is that song by Gladys Knight, I Will Survive.
Yeah, that's a pick-me-up too, you know. Yes, have a vibe. It has a vibe. Nice. Thank you. I Will Survive, yes. Anything you're going through too. One of my favorite songs, it depends on the situation, like one of the writers on WhatsApp said, but one of my favorite songs is a song by Marvin Sapp. It's called He Has His Hands on You. It makes me cry sometimes for personal reasons, but that song is very encouraging. No matter the situation, the words to that song, Marvin Sapp, He Has His Hands on You. Check it out. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
All right.
Nice.
My favorite song is, I think it goes like You Can Make It by Ajamu.
Oh, you can make it if you... No, you can make it if you try.
Yes.
That one?
Yes.
We can make it if we try. That one?
You can make it.
Oh, okay. I'll pick it up now. Right. Okay, nice. Thank you. Yeah, I'll pick it up. I was thinking about a different one initially, but I'll pick it up now. What's your go-to song, your favorite song in times of joy, sadness, depression, or you just want to zen, just want to relax? So what's your go-to song? 435-2041. Call and share. Good morning.
Morning, Blossom.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good. Listen, yesterday you didn't hear me good. Wasn't strike, eh?
Was what?
Was stripe.
Oh, Stripe.
Yeah.
One of the requests.
Yeah.
Okay,
but this morning, one of my favorite one I done is one called Congo Dread by Errol Holt, by John Holt's son.
Okay.
Congo Dread. You must listen to one of them these.
Oh, listen to it one day.
Yeah, love it.
Congo Dread. All right,
yeah,
stay strong.
Yeah.
Stay COVID free. What's your go-to song? 435-2041. Everybody has a song, a genre that they go to anytime they need it. Somebody on WhatsApp says, my other song is Mind Your Business. Nice song when you don't want to be in melee. Mind your funky business. That one they're talking about. That when you don't want to be in melee, you just play that song. I love my people, I say. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom.
How are you?
Good. The World You Left Behind by Jim Reeves.
Which one?
The World You Left Behind by Jim Reeves.
The World You Left Behind by Jim Reeves. Nice. Good. Thank you. What's your go-to song? By the way, I'm feeling the Spray Bay. Oh no. How do musicians name their songs? I'm not talking about the songs with lyrics. Like this guitarist. He's playing his music and the name of the song is Spray Bay. How did you come up with Spray Bay? There's wondering at these things sometimes. And paintings. They call it all kind of things. And you're wondering why. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good.
Nice. What's your go-to song?
Bridge over troubled waters, John Legend.
Nice one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Bridge over troubled waters. On WhatsApp, my go-to song is Cinnamon Girl by Neil Young. Ooh, that's deep. Another one, my go-to song when down is I Look to You by Whitney Houston. Look to the Most High. Mercy Walked In. Nice one. That's a good one. You Are My Strength, Strength Like No Other, by Hillsong. Everybody has a go-to song. You see a variety this morning. Good morning.
Citizen Welsh, good morning. Greetings, how are you?
Good morning, Citizen Rollo. I am fine and dandy.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. Keep it so you're here. Listen.
Thank you.
There's a powerful song by a South African singer. Deceased. It was used widely during the anti-apartheid struggles. It is called, the name of the chap is Labby Sifri. It is called Something Inside So Strong. It wakes you up, it lifts you, especially when they try to crush you and to keep you down. It says, one of the open lines says, whenever they build their barriers, sorry, I retract that. The higher they build their barriers, the taller I shall get. Powerful lyrics. Have a nice day, will you?
Thank you, Citizen Rollo. Let me go. Labby Sifri, Labisiffre, Something Inside So Strong. Nice. What's your go-to song in times of happy, sad, indifference? Conqueror by Estelle. That's a self-encouragement song, you know. That's an uplifting song for self. Conqueror. I am a conqueror. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Nice. What's your go-to song?
God is the Answer by Judy Gale.
Nice. Okay. Nice. Have a good one. I love the variety. And if you notice, most of them praises the Most High. Most of these songs praise the Most High. That's who we need to go to no matter what. Joy, sadness, anger, or just needing to zone out. Easy answer. What's love got to do with it? What's love got to do? Oh, all right. Okay. Sorry about that. Back to the phone lines. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello, Blossom. Morning.
Morning. How you doing?
I'm all right. I love to hear your program, and I want you to play God Will Take Care of Me.
By whom?
I ain't really.
Okay.
I don't really know the person.
Okay, I'll see if I find that one.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one.
I love your program.
Thank you so much for watching and listening.
Always listening.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate my listeners and viewers so very much. My go-to song is Lord is My Shepherd by Buju Banton. Big up Buju. My favorite song is Lord I Live by Adrian Cunningham. I'll look for that one. I'm not familiar with that one. This one, the piano version of Dash I'm Telling You by Godson Brown, a Grenadian musician artist. Dash has some powerful song, but big up Dash, aka Shonda Lamade. Good morning, Dash. Hope you have a good day today. The lyricist bomber. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Where you calling from?
West Hall.
Well, big up Wester Hall this morning. What's your favorite song?
Buffalo Soldier.
What? You're Irie, man. Okay, baby. Have a good day. Stay out of trouble and study your schoolwork, you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, baby. You didn't partner come through with a bob, you know. Buffalo so dreadlocks, Rasta. Come through with a bob, man. Somebody says, George Nook's God is standing by and ride out your storm. George seems to be a popular go-to artist. My go-to is Season in the Sun, Terry Jacks. Terry Jacks, okay, I'll go and look for this one. Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. What's your go-to song? Good morning.
Morning, Blossom.
How are you?
Not bad at all.
Nice. What's your go-to song?
By Morgan Heritage, Give I Strength, Oja.
Nice one. That's a good one. Have a good one.
Same to you, darling.
Morgan Heritage. I haven't heard recent music. They probably have, but I haven't heard it of Morgan Heritage. I'll go look for Morgan Heritage on the people's YouTube in a short. What's your go-to song in times of joy, sadness, anger, or zen? What's your go-to song? Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
Good.
Yes, you sound like you're in a good mood this morning.
I am every day.
That's the attitude.
Thank God.
What's your go-to song?
God has done great things, and I am an overcomer by man's Lisa.
Nice one. Amen. Have a good one.
You too.
What's your go-to song in any time of day, anything you're going through? What's your go-to song? Good morning. I would love to share the video with you if you wouldn't mind. Could we exchange numbers, please? Oh, sorry. I wasn't supposed to read that part. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear darling Blossom. How you do,
darling? Morning, Miss Jacob. I is good, you know. I is good.
I could do whatever you know. I go ask you for my mommy.
She's good. Last time I saw her this morning when I was leaving, she's good.
Right.
What's your go-to song, Miss Jacob?
My go-to song is the one I give you yesterday. Can't yourself walk without you holding my hand. I love that tune.
Okay, nice. You have a good one.
Anytime I'm singing that tune and that tune singing, I just cry. Sure, son. I just cry. I love that tune.
Okay, nice.
Okay, sweetheart.
Have a good one.
You kid, love you, darling.
Love. All right.
Right.
What's your go-to song? Somebody's correcting what they say. It's not I Live, Lord I Live. It's Lord I Love You by Adrian Cunningham. Lord I Love You by Adrian Cunningham. What's your go-to song anytime you need a pick-me-up? My song is Dash, Lyrical Bomber. You're coming through tough with a pace there, man. You're coming through with a pace with that soca there. My go-to tune, the person that sent the YouTube link, I can't get the link. Tell me the name of the song, not the link. Good morning. I usually have different ones, but the one I'm currently using as my go-to song is Excess Love by Mercy Chinwo and JJ Hairston. That's a gospel song and recognize the names. Excess Love. Okay, nice. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I am peachy.
Okay. I thank God for that.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm okay for the time.
Nice.
I'm just trying to do my best.
Keep it up.
My best will be good.
Amen. Keep it up.
Anytime I have any problem, I will say the Lord is my shepherd. I will say this psalm, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He make me to lie down in green pastures. He leading me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. He leading me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Thy rod and thy staff will comfort me. Surely goodness shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen. That is my psalm.
Amen. Yes. Thank you.
So
have a good day.
Have a blessed day and safe drive home.
Thank you. You do the same.
Yes, look out for them.
I shall.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Amen with that scripture. Good morning. Jesus, you love me too much. Oh, Jesus, you love me too much. Oh, that's a piece of the song. It's a nice one. Good morning. My go-to song is Wash the Tears by Gramps Morgan. This person born. Hold on, I'll tell all of that song just now. Good morning.
Morning, darling. What's up?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm there, baby. Morning, darling. What's up?
Just turn down the volume on your TV. Turn it down a little bit. We're getting a feedback or an echo.
Okay, baby. Yeah.
Right. Good. What's your go-to song?
I'll tell you what a friend we have in Jesus, but I don't really know who sings that song. I love that song. What a friend we have in Jesus.
Right.
Yes.
They have different singers.
And I'm watching at you, sweetheart.
Well, look how waving for you.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, baby.
Have a good day.
Okay, same to you, baby.
All right.
I love you.
Love.
It's nice and the peeps.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, baby. Bye.
This person says, I had to take a breath. This person says, my go-to song is Shensia, the Side Chick song. The people who know that song and sure all the giggling. That is your go-to song? The Side Chick song is a good song. It have a vibe, but I'm a child. As my grandmother used to say, I'm a child. I like that person. I think I want to be that person, friend. This side chick song. Big up your old self. Somebody keeps calling the WhatsApp. We cannot take voice or video calls on the WhatsApp. Type in your songs. Type. Click on the keyboard. Type it. Okay? Yes. All right. Let me see. Back to the WhatsApp. Let me see who else is there. My favorite song is King of Glory by Todd Dulaney. I'll look for that one. All these songs, I'm going to look for them. I might find a new go-to song. He Favored Me. He Favored Me. And a lot of these songs have different singers as well. That's why I ask by whom to know which version is your favorite. That's why I usually ask by whom. Let me take possibly the final phone call. What's your go-to song? Somebody on the Facebook says Skankin' Sweet too. Chronix has a vibe. Chronix has a mellow vibe. Good morning.
Blossom.
Good morning.
Okay, I go in this with let me get it straight. O Jacom. Tasha. Love.
By Tasha Love?
Yeah. Tasha. Love. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let me go back by the WhatsApp. It's almost, well, not almost. We're out of time. Say hi to teacher Anne-Marie from Rexan. Which teacher Anne-Marie? My teacher Anne-Marie from Black Bay? My go-to song is John Legend, Ordinary People. We ordinary people. Nice song. Representing my 2-year-old nephew, his favorite song is Baby Shark. Lost, know this song gonna be stuck in my head all day. Baby Shark. The kids, I know parents fed up with that song right now. My Life is in Your Hands. That's a good one too. Kill My Flesh by Chevelle Franklin. Okay, I'm gonna listen to that one as well. I have lots of favorite songs. Bridget Blucher, I'm Still Here, and The Flame, God Answers Prayers. Okay, thank you guys so much. Yes, my teacher Anne-Marie. Oh, so Mimi. So teacher Anne-Marie. Okay, I'll deliver your message, Rexanne. Thank you guys so much for sharing with us your go-to songs in times of happiness, sadness, anger, depression, or zen. Somebody says Smokey Norfolk's I Understand. That's a nice one too. Smokey is a soulful singer. Keep it locked to Classic and the GBN. It's time to join the BBC for the 8 a.m. newscast. Thank you guys for participating. Stick and stay 105.5, 105.9. It's time to join the BBC. Those of you leaving us, have a good day. Have a blessed Thursday, a COVID-free Thursday. Have a good one, everybody.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
In Hubei, yesterday there's no new confirmed case and no increased suspected case and no remaining suspected cases.
We haven't seen this for a while, but our correspondent Steve McDonald managed to go out